Well, sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you don't. They're going back and forth over there. This thing here has been kind of a failure. You see that right down there? Broke out those shear bins, and oh my god, I've broken those shear pins about 3 or 4 times so far. There's a lot of power in the tractor, so you really don't have any feedback because it just goes until something's broke, you know? Yeah, it's dark, but I need to get a load of firewood, so whether it's dark or not doesn't matter. I still gotta do what I gotta do. I've got some logs sticking up right here that I'm gonna block up. I've got a light I can put on and get some wood for the night. So yeah, I haven't done a lot of videos with the saws. I just simply haven't had time. It's been kind of a crazy time. What I have done is I've put a lot of time on that Holzfforma. So I got my big old light here. And I'll do a video on that at some point in time. I just want to wait a little bit longer before I put up a video on that Holzfforma 288 because I've had to sort through a couple of issues with it, and I want to be fair. You know, I want to be fair to the saw before I put up that video because I see there's a lot of potential in the darn thing. But I've had to work through a few issues, and I wanted to make sure I understood the issues before I put up a video. But net on that saw, the G288, is there's a lot of potential right there for the guys who like those saws. Both the original edition version from Husqvarna, but also the copy. There's just a lot of potential. And the second part of that is there's a source now of repair parts. I gotta go pull some stuff out. See, this is my world. I don't apologize for it. I come up here when I have a chance. I spent yesterday with a snowblower getting up that road so I could get the truck up here. We've had a fair amount of snow. Winter has finally hit. But back to that saw. What I see is a saw that's not quite finished, and the power is really good. Trust me when I tell you that. They've done a nice job with the motor side of that saw. It's just the details like oil and a few other things where they need to do some more development before it's really a legitimate saw from my perspective. Boy, there's something leaking back there. I wonder what that is. I don't like that. It's a lot of oil. Yeah, it's this one right here. I just have to leave it out. They've got a few details they need to work out before it's a work-ready saw, in my mind. And days like this, guess what? I just go get my need some more light. I just get my little 565 and go to town because I don't have to deal with any issues at all. That saw just works and works and works and works. I had a long conversation with Bob last night. We're going to try to put together a mini at some point. He's getting the new 592s. They're coming in finally. And I don't believe they're going to disappoint anybody from what I've seen. Boy, it's cold outside. That's kind of the point. It's cold, it's miserable. This is not a time to try to be a hobby guy. Getting this wood both out from the logging perspective, but also out from the firewood perspective, it's real. It's not make-believe for me. I need to get it because I need to heat my home. I don't have time for little petty issues with a saw. It's got to freaking work. And that's what I get with that saw, you know. Come out in a night like this, I need some firewood, and it fires right up, it runs beautifully, and I can put it away in the truck and expect it to do the same thing tomorrow. And I guess the point is, an extra half a second in a cut doesn't freaking matter. What really matters is life with that saw. And this last, I don't know, 6 or 7 months or so have really changed my entire outlook on chainsaws. So anyway, let me see if I can bust some of this up. Love this old axe. Alright, so now we got that little pile of wood. I'm gonna put it in the truck. You know, and I guess I'll ask you, do I give a rat's ass what the blowdown of that saw is? I've been trying to say that for a long time. I guess rather than talk about it, I just got to show you so you can see what my priorities are. Appreciate, a warmed up saw as much as anyone. I sure put my time into building them, but when it gets right down to it, it doesn't really matter. Alright, that's my light saying it's running out of power. So, heading for home. How's that for a half hour with a Husqvarna 565? And the only thing I probably should have done is get one of those things sooner. You know, if you want to argue about the right approach to life, you cannot go wrong with a pro saw like that. That thing has just been absolutely excellent. Now, when I get the G288, which is a pure hobby saw, ready, I think you'll find that that's a pretty good saw as well. And I'm going to fold in some video of that G288 because I've cut a lot of the blocks with it over the last month or so. To the point where I recognize its strengths, but also recognize things I need to do to develop it into a work-ready saw. And really the only things I need to focus on is the bar tensioner and the oil pumping. That's about it. The rest of it's a pretty solid saw. So, but this has been my world. You know, I did the logging for a while. the weather turned on me, it got cold and snow came, and I can't get out there right now, so now I got to turn my attention to finishing off the firewood for the season. And now this is not as crazy as it sounds, but you know, I've got the cullwood for the logging operation all over here, over there as well. So I've got plenty of firewood, and coming up with a snow blower, I can get myself up in here to get the firewood. So as spectacular as it may look, it's really not that bad, and I enjoy the hell out of it. This is the lifestyle I've chosen. So anyway, here's a short update. Been cutting like crazy with a 565 and with that g288, and burning wood, staying inside and playing with trains a little bit, because that kind of came into my world as well. I'm not going to dwell on that in the saw channel, but you'll see a few videos pop up on my other channel, which is focused on boats and trains and things like that that are not related to saws. So anyway, talk to you all later. Bye for now. It's beautiful up here. I love this up here. I enjoy this style of life, so I'm doing it exactly the way I want to. No complaints. So talk to you later. Bye for now. Now every one of these trees is a project. There is no exceptions. This one's no different. Now the key for me is to try to get it pulled without breaking it, make it split. You know, and that happens more frequently than I would like to admit. By the way, the thermometer says it's 19 degrees out. 19. I don't know about you, but that's cold for me. The other thing I've noticed is this thing is turned into a pretty reliable 3 or 4 pull starter, assuming I have the arm strength, and that's sometimes my shoulder gets hurt and I can't pull. But if I do my job, it seems to do it. You've got to use the decomp though. I can't start it without the decomp.